Other information you really want to know before you even acquire the food truck are what questions, challenges, and struggles that the food truck owners endure on a daily basis.
If you're considering going into the food truck business, my advice would be to think carefully about if it's something that it's going to be your passion, because it's going to basically be your whole life. So you have to be prepared to sacrifice a lot and be ready to take on a lot of challenges, and it can be really stressful. And at the end of the day, you have to remember to have fun, and that it's just food.
It started off with a conversation and a business plan, and we did a lot of homework. You can never do enough homework. In retrospect, we always could have done more. But we had a friend that was in the food truck business already, so we just hammered him with a ton of questions. First and foremost, we asked him where he got his truck. We asked him how much he was paying in rent. We asked him about the different licenses he needed. We asked him about his various costs throughout the week, what it was running him to keep the truck open for a week. We asked him about the various challenges he faced in the food truck. Some of the challenges that we first faced were just really trying to find our spot around the city. I think we had a mindset that we could just go to regular food truck spots and park and have people come up to the truck with a unique menu. And we found that wasn't the case. No matter who you are, it's all about building your clientele and figuring out, who relates to your food the best and where they're at and what you can do to keep them coming back to the truck. And obviously, we found that when people came to the truck and actually tried the food, we'd see them again. So we knew there wasn't anything wrong with the food. We were doing something right, but it was just, how to initially bring them to the truck and get them to try something unique off of a food truck, like a belly bun with yuzu pickles, as opposed to a cheeseburger or a regular sausage. For starting a food truck business, the questions we wanted to know and needed answered were how much he paid in rent. We wanted to know what his weekly expenses were. We also wanted to know what his startup was, how much it cost him to start up. We wanted to know the various challenges he faced every day. We also wanted to know how many customers he was doing on a daily basis. And I'm sure there was a laundry list of questions beyond that we grilled him with too.
For someone starting out in the food truck business, what would the biggest challenges be?
Biggest challenges would be oh my God, the biggest challenge for opening up a food truck, guys, would be, there we go again. There's a lot of them that are unemployed. A lot of people are unemployed getting on these food trucks. And the advice I would say is you better have a good name, and you better have great food, and you better have a good reputation. And this business, this is a fad. It's a fad that's happening right now. It's up and down. But if you got a great name and a great product, good luck.
What were your biggest struggles getting started?
I don't know if we knew we had any biggest struggles getting started. We found out what the biggest struggles were, I think, a few months down the road or a month down the road.
They were.
Everyone has a perception, and we talked to a friend that was in the business and rode along with them, and we thought we'd go out and park at some lots, and we were doing something different, and people would, naturally come to the truck. And so our biggest struggle, we found out a couple months down the line, it was, we figured we can go on the street and park and go to these lots, and people would come to the truck. We thought, we were doing something, we are doing something a little different. We have a culinary background, working through some nice restaurants and things like that.
Michelin star restaurants.
Yeah.
Let's not downplay this.
It's Michelin-starred restaurants. But, at the end of the day, our background's in food. It wasn't necessarily in marketing, like Daniel's good at over here. So, although we were all over social media, it was a learning curve along the road, too. Just trying to figure out how to get people. And when people actually tasted the food, they came back.
Do you think that this is an oversaturated market? Do you think that there's too many food trucks?
The market is oversaturated, yes. It is.
But this is something that's still open game for a lot of people.